Hello and welcome back to Factorio. Last time I died spectacularly and then hit the wrong buttons, so it lost my game. So in between I have rebuilt this. There were a couple of tweaks to the initial design. I found a slightly neater way to do the sulfuric acid, and the arms for the coil machine needed to be blue because they couldn't keep up otherwise. But we have red chips being made, so that is pretty good. The other thing I've done is put down a perimeter, and I'm just going to run concrete by the side of the perimeter because, as I understand it, the mod that grows trees grows fewer trees if there is concrete. So there we go. So if I concrete down a bit of a border, hopefully this will dissuade trees from growing back into my base from this side. So this is what we're going to do. And then I'm going to do the same thing along here until I run out of concrete, basically. Whoops, I'm not actually standing on the road, am I? Okay, so that's that done. Okay, so I'm quite happy with this. We have filled up pretty much all of the building modules here. However, from the map view, if we turn on buildings, you can see what's going on. But because each cell does a bunch of different jobs, it's not really clear what each cell is for. So we have things called display plates. Okay, that requires some copper. So let's grab... There we go. Okay, so we can make some display plates. Now, this is what they look like. They come in different sizes, but this is the small one. But if I put an icon on this, and then go to the map, you can see the icon is now on the map. So, what we can do is start adding these into our builds, and I think the place to put them is roughly in the middle. So for example, if we set this to red engines and map marker on, that is now marked as engine, and we can turn off. There you are. So isn't that a lot neater? I like that. I'm not sure about the exact alignment of these things. I'm not quite sure where I should put them, and I've got a feeling it might vary per build. But let's make some more of these. The only other thing is I don't know what they look like on concrete. Okay, let's look back. Yeah, that's not central either. But I can't actually go up much more because this would be... Oh no, that would actually be fine. Okay. Let's try this one last time. Oh, apparently I can't do that from map view. Okay, so let's put this to the engine again. So that's more central. So yeah, it looks like it's quite visually obvious when it's not central. Okay, so let's have a quick look. I'm just going to do a few of these, and then we'll do the rest off stream, I think. Okay, so again, we can go like that, and this icon would be sulfur, which I can't see. So let's type it in. There we go. Okay, so back to map. So you can see how this works. So I'm going to do this off stream for all of the builds, and I'll start putting them into new builds. But obviously, you don't need to watch me do this. The only other thing I want to see is what do they look like on the concrete, because we have different materials we can make the display plates from. They can be copper, iron, or steel so far. So the copper plates. In fact, I think that looks quite good. So I'm not even going to look at, well, since you're here, we'll look at the other ones. Okay, so this is what that gets lost, doesn't it? And we have one more steel display plate, and again that gets lost. So we're going to go with copper. Alright, so while you've been away, we've done some more researches. I've cleared out all the trees. I've secured our left border with some turrets. And so I think it is time to put down a module up here. I would put it there, but it seems to not play very nicely with... Alright, let's try it one higher. Good. And I really don't want to build this with my nanobots. I want to build it by hand. Whoops. Let's get the flooring back to 2 wide. There we go. And then I'm going to put in the extra light here. Good, so we've got a block. And can we make another one? We can. I'm not sure how many we need, but the plan today is to make some headway in getting towards robotics. So we did the construction robotics tech, which is robotics frames, construction robotics, and then a couple of speed upgrades. We're now doing one of the arm upgrades and frost warfare, which aren't critical path. And let's do gold text plates as well, because that's not critical path. I'm not going to do insert capacity bonus at the moment. We can deal with that later. Okay, so we have some more fluids, but the thing we're looking for is this frame, flying robot frame. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be entertaining to build. It's built in an assembling machine. It requires lots of things we already have, and then 3 things we don't. So it needs energy crystals, batteries, and lubricant, all of which we don't have. So let's see if we can throw down a simple design for robot frames, and then let's see if we can work backwards through the chain. And I think we should start adding things to the to-do list. So robot frames, crystals, batteries. Good. And I'm going to grab some crafting intermediates. Okay, that's rather a lot of crafting intermediates. I think we're going to need some more assembling machines. Grab some of those. We're probably going to need a lot more arms. We are out of belt. There we go. Don't think we need quite that much belt. Is there anything else? We will discover it as we go, won't we? Okay, and then large power poles. There we go. Alright, so let's put down our first stab at a build. Now, before we go on, let's see what frames are used for. Flying robot frame is an ingredient in logistics robot, repair logistics robot, construction bot, utility science pack, advanced robot engine. So it's used for a few things. I think we'll want a module because we'll be exporting it for Utility Science Pack. Okay, so let's go down and grab one of these. Good. We are having problems with our inventory, so I'm going to get rid of a... Oh, actually, I can put a stack of coal into some slowdown capsules. That does the job. Okay, that's not going to help. Can I make any cliff explosives? No. Okay, so more slowdown capsules. Sorry, they're not. They're poison capsules. All right. So we would like to do that. 5 seems not enough, so let's go for 10 stacks. Okay, and then robot frames themselves look like they're quite expensive things. Let's set the recipe. All right. So we're going to have the same problem we had before with needing to route a pipe. Something like that. And we can use slow inserters, I think. And then adjust the pickup point to 1 back. There we go. And then this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid inputs. So that would allow us to do 4 solid inputs. And that's a 5th. Good. So that. That's the tiled version. We'll trim the belts back when it's time. Let's try and line these up. There we go. Okay. So that's all the design we need here. Okay, so how much of one of these... This needs quite a lot of lubricant. Not very much of anything else. The steel mechanical parts I think we'll make on site. Okay. So if this was a steel mechanical parts machine... Oh, that's actually perfect. Okay. Well, that's a sign, isn't it? In that case, let's cut this. Flip rather than whatever it is I did. Good, we don't need those. Okay, so this has turned out to be quite a straightforward build. Right, and then for the inputs. So this can be steel. Steel ingots. Good. We're going to need a few of these. Why can't we make any more iron mechanical parts? So we'll go grab some more of those. Good. And then that would... Let's do some loaders as well. We're going to need... five others. Okay, so this can be mysterious crystals, I guess. And I think the way I'm going to do it is... to one side, to the other. Alright, so we've got energy crystals and battery. energy crystals. And batteries are presumably where they normally are, but I can't see where they normally are. Oh, there they are. And then red circuits and electrics. Okay, so reds and reds. So that's the inputs. Now, if I had that, that very neatly supplies... Alright, let's move that in one. Yep. Alright, and then what we're going to do is this can go over the top and down there, and then this can go over the top and down there. Okay, I've done this wrong, haven't I? Let's try again. Yeah, that looks fine. So that can be trimmed. If we reverse this down to there, this can be trimmed. Okay, and then I think rather than that, we can have those two. And this can be energy crystals. Which are... Oh, no, sorry, they're not energy crystals. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, lubricant, that's the other one, sorry. Right, so let's set this to lube, which is on the fluids. It's confusing having some fluids on the fluids and some of the fluids being elsewhere. There we go. That's the fluids done. All right. And then good. And this requires 45 per minute. That's going to be more than enough for a red arm. Let's just double check though. So set the inserter to the red inserter. Yeah, it's 0.4 of a red inserter. So that's more than fast enough. Okay, and then like that. So that is our frames build. Now, to stick to our newfound beautiful design plan, this will set the icon to frames. And I can't find anything here. There we go. And does double check on the map. So that is correct. We've got flying robot frames. Okay, so the next build, I think, is batteries, because I think we can figure out how to do batteries. Normally they are made in chemical plants, of which we don't have the kit currently. So let's find out what it is we don't have. If it's steel things, there. Oh, I don't particularly want to be crafting some red engines. Let's grab some from here. Good. Batteries is another one that I expect we're going to end up using quite a lot of, so I'll set this for 2 stacks. Okay, so batteries are... Ooh. Okay. This looks more involved. So batteries are ceramic, which we have, crushed iron, crushed copper, and sulfuric acid. Okay. And a single sulfuric acid machine makes 3,000 sulfuric acid. Oh, 4 of these machines consumes 1,500. So 8 of them would be the full sulfuric acid machine. And let's have a look. I didn't mean to do that. Just how many frames does this make? This makes 18 per minute, and it consumes 36 batteries a minute. One of these machines makes 15. So 4 machines is more than enough. Okay, so I think... How many inputs is it? So it's 3 solid inputs, which if we have pipe is going to be a problem. So I think we can do the same thing as we did over here. We can do a very similar build, I think. Yeah. So this is going to be our build. Is that how we want it? I think it is. Let's just double check. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, take that away. Take that away. And then we need inputs like that. Now, I think because this is a partial build, I am going to build it all on one side, like this, for now. And then I think it's time to look at the crusher situation. So let's find an electric crusher here. Good. And craft some more, I guess. Okay, so maybe we can do a direct insert. So what things did we need? Ceramic, crushed iron, crushed copper. Okay, so the ceramic is not crushed, so we'll bring that in on a belt. This can be crushed iron, this can be crushed copper. Okay, so it looks like it's one between 2 here. If we shift these up, I think we can use the magic of wonky inserters. Okay, so that goes straight across, that goes straight across. And then in the middle, this actually drops diagonally down, and this drops diagonally up. So, yeah, that's correct. Oh, that looks pretty good. And then we can have a single mixed belt of iron and copper ingots here. Good. Ceramic goes in there. And then the last thing is sulfur. Okay. And I need to double check ratios on this. So the issue being, I think we need an extra tile because we need to get water in. Let's go grab some pipe. Okay, so if we head down here, we have a box of pipe. Good. So we need to get water into this to make sulfuric acid. it needs crushed iron, which is fine. We can just do another crushed iron there. So on this side we have iron ingots and copper ingots. Like that. This is water. Good. This is sulfuric acid out. Then this is ceramic, which is where? There it is, ceramic. And I think this is our build. Right, I'm low on arms. That should be 100 arms in the crafting queue. And then we'll get this powered up. That doesn't need to be there. Okay, and then that to power it on. We can now drop in some trucks. Oh, we're missing one thing, aren't we? Sulfur. So sulfur is there. There we go. And the sulfur needs a truck as well. We probably need to craft some more trucks. What are they missing? Iron mechanical parts. So let's run down and grab more of those. We are really hoofing it through the mechanical parts today. Okay, another 10 of those. So let's... Good. They all have trucks. And we'll double check that this is limited. It is limited. What is the next build? Right, first thing is to kick off some research. I would quite like to do the modular armor. I would like to do the personal roboport. We have frosty modular armor or power armor. Let's go straight for power armor, although I'm not sure what the ingredients is for that. Energy crystals, other than that it's all things we already have. And we're going to have to do energy crystals anyway, so yeah, let's do that. So we'll skip straight to power armor. To make the power armor useful, we need roboports, obviously, batteries, and then it needs some sort of power supply. I don't honestly know in this mod pack what it is we stick in modular armor to power it. If we hover over here, it takes a whole load of different things as inventory, including some solar panels. But I can't see any solar things here. Maybe there's some kind of... Oh, here we are. Personal solar panel 2. So that's locked behind solar energy, portable solar panel. All right, so it looks like this is our path towards having a new suit. Right, can we fit... Well, basically we can if we get rid of what's on the top here. So let's take all this away. Put in 2 more modules. All those trucks are off doing stuff. Good. Alright, so what's the next thing on the list? We've got engines done, we've got red circuits done, we've got steel, obviously. We don't have lube and we don't have energy crystals. So let's have a look at the lubricant recipe. It might be that we should be doing lube in this module. So lubricant. We have 2 recipes. One is from heavy oil. One is from lubricant distillate. So, and lubricant distillate can be made from heavy oil. Okay, so I think we'll leave that for now. We're going to do the straightforward lube from heavy oil. And I'm wondering if we should have just made it. So if we changed this to heavy oil. Alright. So then we could have put a chemical plant in this gap. Set the recipe to lubricant, and I bet this is enough. No, it's not. Okay, so we needed 3 of these. Let's just double check. Yeah, so that's not going to work. We need this to be back to being lube, and I've got a feeling lubricant's used in other things, so it's probably worth setting up production. Okay, so that answers the question. Let's put it here. Or where else could we put it? Can't go up. Okay. So we're going to need at least 3 for that build. It looks like 4 is the magic number, doesn't it? Okay. So we need an output fluid. We've got a bunch of other things we've unlocked. Alright, so we've got the Roboport things. I've got Nixie tubes, which we're going to use at some point probably to get some readouts. And obviously the extra plates. Then we've got some other logistics boxes, yellow ones and red ones, which is good. Right, where was my train of thought? We need a fluid output. Should I be doing this here, or should I be doing it down in this area? Because I've got a feeling we may have to rework this. Alright, let's put one of these down. So, basic oil processing doesn't give us heavy oil. So how do we get heavy oil? Alright, so, sorry. Lubricant from heavy oil. Heavy oil is from the heavy oil recipe. Heavy oil is the product of the heavy oil recipe, which takes heavy oil distillate I'm not quite sure how this works. Okay, let's try this again. So maybe I should have done lubricant from lubricant distillate. Okay, where does this come from? It's the product of lubricant distillate is a product of the heavy oil recipe. Okay? So the heavy oil recipe takes in heavy oil distillate. Heavy oil distillate itself is a product of the kerosene. Okay, so apparently it takes medium oil distillate medium oil distillate is a product of the light oil recipe. Light oil is from residual oil. This looks like a whole mess of fluid processing that's going to need balancing. I'm starting to think I should have used one of the recipe planning mods for this. Let's double check if I installed one. No, so I have a sandbox mod installed, but not a recipe searching one. We're also going to need a distillation tower, which apparently needs stone. Make 10 of those. I think we're going to need quite a few more chemical plants to get this going. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to balance across all the various fluid products. But it is looking like we want to do this down at the fluid area. Right, what's the next thing? Okay, so the next thing is that our bus has run out of materials. So, I have a slightly different plan for today then, for the rest of it. We made 2 builds, which is pretty good. We're going to leave the building there. Instead, we're going to tidy up this bit of the beginning of the bus, and then we're going to end the episode. So let's have a look here. Okay, so that's straightforward, isn't it? This can just go in there. And then this coal belt, let's cut it off here. Okay, we have too much coal, and the normal thing to do is turn it into something useful. Okay, there is some stuff under here. Let's put the coal, all of it, in that chest. There we go. It's wasteful to pick this up with nanobots. Right, and then we can put some more mining drills down like that. Good. They can just go into the side there. Okay, so that's the beginning of tidying up our bus. I really need to rip all this up and then decide whether I am going to feed this or just give up on it. Answers on a postcard. I'm not quite sure what the right answer is there, but I could just drop in a red box and feed in girders this end, but there's nothing that's really being made on the bus anymore that we need. I think we have plenty of ammo buffered up. We have plenty of belt buffered. So I think the whole of this can go now. So I think I'm going to work on that between episodes. I'm going to install a factory planner mod so that we can actually start to look at how the fluids might work, because they seem to be a twisted mass of mess. And I will get back to you next time. So, thanks for watching. I apologise for being yet again very confused, but that's the nature of playing mod packs, I guess. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.